Hello party people, it's 2023, woohoo! Listen, I know it's February, but just mind your business, okay? We're gonna act like I didn't realize that I didn't do this video until just now, so we're gonna do it now. Hi! Welcome to 2023, welcome to Lindsay Puckett. I try to do a video every year where I talk about all of the things that are upcoming, all of my life reading and writing goals, what you can expect to see on this channel, and just talk about some of the books I'm really excited to read. Let's just go ahead and dive right in because we have a lot to chat about. Now, I always separate my goals out into reading, writing, and life goals. I think we'll go ahead and start with the writing because that is my shortest section. So I only have 2 writing goals for this year. I always try to keep it like bare minimum with writing because you just never know how it's gonna go, and especially in traditional publishing, you have so little control over everything. It just makes no sense to set a bunch of goals for yourself if you can't even achieve them on your own. All right, so the first writing goal that I set for myself was that I wanted to get Project Pyro submission ready. Project Pyro is my YA social thriller horror book that I'm working on right now. I'm currently working on the 2nd draft. And submission ready means that I have already worked on it the best that I can with my agent and my beta readers and my critique partners, and we send it out to different publishers trying to get them to buy it. I'm working my darndest to make it happen, but I also have other things going on, you know, things. My second goal that I wrote down was that I wanted to draft my middle grade option. I didn't plan on doing this until after I had gotten Project Pyro submission ready, but now I'm kind of working on them at the same time, and it's making both projects go a lot slower. But that's fine. That's how life works sometimes. But anyways, the fact that I'm even working on the goals already is a good sign. So those are my 2 things that I want to do. Complete all of the drafting and all the revisions for Project Pyro and figure out and start drafting potentially another middle grade book this year. And then I have a bunch more reading goals because I do like to be a bit more strict with that to make sure that I'm reading certain things when they need to be read. One goal that I set for myself, and it is actually the first time that I'm setting this reading goal, is that I want to read all of the 2023 anticipated releases that I wrote down for myself. Every year I make a list of 10 or so books that I am the most excited for to read in a calendar year. And most of the time I get to all of them, but sometimes I don't. And I'm just like, what's the point of even making a list of books that I'm super excited to read if I'm not even gonna read them the year they come out? So I'm making sure if they're making the list, they're getting read. I also want to complete the Buzzwordathon TBR. This is just like a little reading challenge that I do every year where you have a prompt every month and just one of the books that you read during that month needs to fall into that prompt. I've done this the past, I think, 3 years in a row, and it just adds, you know, a little spice up your reading a bit. This next one is also one that I have every year. If a book has been on my Goodreads TBR for 3 years or more, then in this year of our Lord, 2003 and 20, I need to read them. I need to read them, or I need to DNF or get them off because it's just clutter. It's just clutter. The clutter gotta go. I think I only have about 13 books that have been on my TBR for over 3 years, so that shouldn't be too difficult. And then my last reading goal is that I want to make sure if I've got any books on my physical TBR, like on my bookshelf, that I am reading them. If I bought them in 2022, I want to make sure I read them in 2023. I actually don't even have that many on my physical TBR. So shouldn't be too complex, and some of these I am very excited for. All right, and then on to the last category of goals, which is just general life stuff. I like to unhaul my clothes every January. It didn't happen this January, but that's fine as long as it happens sometime in the calendar year. I love to go through my closet and just donate stuff, just get rid of stuff. And I make it a competition with myself. Like last year, I gave away 7 bags of clothes. Can I get 8 this year? Like most severe introverts who also work from home, I wear like 3 things. I don't need a closet full of clothes. Okay, and this is a really good one. So my next goal is that I want to be more active with the charities that I'm very passionate about. I actually made a list of all of the charities that I was thinking about being more active with, donating more to. I already give a little bit of time, but you know, with the book deal, I got a little bit more money, and I'm like, well, if I can help out that way, then why wouldn't I? But I'm really passionate about my local library branch, the metro parks in my area, as well as the local elementary schools. They do Scholastic book fairs, and I think it would be nice to maybe like get involved and help out some of the lower income kids, making sure everyone can get a book, you know? There's of course the Humane Society, where I get all my little chums from, and then an Ohio-wide middle school writing program called Power of the Pen that I was in when I was in middle school. Very passionate about them too. So I'm gonna figure out how I want to do this, if I just want to like pick one every year, or if I just want to give little amounts. You know, if you can do, why not do? My next 2 life goals are really exciting. So My next one is just go to England, which is happening. I've been working with a travel agent for the past month and he's absolutely fantastic. We've got dates, we've got airline tickets, we've got hotels. We just are ironing out the itinerary and I'm so excited that I'm making my dream trip happen. And then the last life goal, I'm gonna start a house saving fund. I think we're ready. We have been in this lovely apartment for 10 years and I love it here. It's very cute. I mean, it's dark as literally the abyss of hell, but it's cute, it's cozy. We have an amazing backyard with forest and little critters and all of my stray familiars are out there and I love this place, but we outgrew it about 6 years ago. I also really want a back garden where I can have a legitimate garden, like where I don't have to have just pots, where we can like till, like rototillin'. I also want an office. It would be really nice if I had my library and my office and my bedroom all happening separately, but what can you do? And expanding the family, that's always on my mind too. I've always wanted parakeets. Now let's talk about the juicy bits. Okay, it's me. My life isn't that juicy, calm down. But I thought we'd kind of chat about like what I have going on this year, other than like, you know, personal stuff like England and things like that. Work-related stuff. Channel related stuff. First things first, while I am in England, I would love to do some kind of bookstore event or maybe a meetup or something. That's still in the works right now. I'm talking with my publicity team and also my travel agent to see what's possible. But I thought it would be fun to like get together with some of you guys who are, you know, overseas. I'm sure I'll be in touch with more information, but if any of you guys are interested in meeting up, grabbing coffee, going to a bookstore, something like that, I think that would be fun. Or like a signing or like, I don't know. We could just hang out. It doesn't have to be like official or anything, but I just thought that would be really fun. I'm probably thinking of doing it in London just because I think that might be easiest for everyone. Although I will be spending some time in Manchester and York as well. So I don't know, just kind of gauging where you guys are and if you would be interested, let me know down in the comments and then I can get back with my teams and let them know like what we're all thinking. Because I'm doing this trip in the spring, I unfortunately don't think I will be able to attend BookNet Fest this year. I'm really upset about it. It's a wonderful book convention for people on the internet that make like book talk, bookstagram, booktube, authortube content. And I've gone 2 years before and it's always just so wonderful getting to meet everyone and they have the most amazing panels. But just because of when they're having their event and how big this trip is financially, I just can't, I can't do it this year, guys. I can't do it this year. Now let's talk later in the year. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't even think my publisher knows what I'm doing yet for the odds promotion, but as soon as I have details on those types of things, I will let you guys know. And then I kind of thought we would chat about things that I wanted to do this year on my channel. I'm looking over these now 2 months into the year and I'm like, wow, that was a little ambitious, but I'm still gonna share because I would still like to do these things. One thing that I've been wanting to do for literal years is that I want to do a deep dive into The Anatomy of Story by John Truby. This is my all-time favorite craft book, as you can see. It's brilliant. I think he's utterly brilliant. I've been wanting to do a deep dive into this and kind of like break down how I use it particularly because I use all of his beats to plot out my book. I don't use Save the Cat. So yeah, I thought I would maybe talk about this a little bit at some point. I'm also going to continue with these monthly updates, wrap-ups. I think these are really fun for me. They're my favorite videos to do. I do want to make more videos in the future talking about money and publishing and being an author and things like that, because I think that, you know, there's not enough of those videos out there really talking about that, especially in traditional publishing, because it's all so murky. And I'm always nosy, so I always click on those videos as soon as I see them. My friend Lizelle does a video like this every year where she talks about how she makes money as an author. I thought I would just completely snatch that from her and do something like that myself, because I think it's really interesting. And then if you do this for, you know, years along the road, you can always contrast and compare, and I think that's really cool. I also wrote down that I want to do more live streams. The last time I did a live stream, I had so much fun. It was so great. I loved it. I love chatting with you guys, so I want to do more because of health stuff. It's always so hard to actually schedule them out, and because of that, it makes me not want to do it because I don't want to schedule one and then like you guys put it into your schedule to attend and then I have to cancel, and then I mean, you guys won't care, but I will be beating myself up. It will keep me up at night for the next 5 years that I canceled on you. But I'd still like to do that at some point. It's just, they're so fun. They're such a good way to like actually talk to you guys one-on-one and in real time. And I don't know if we would do writing sprints, get some things done, or just hang out. I don't know what I want to do. I just want to do them more often. Kind of piggybacking off of the money thing, I thought it would be kind of nice to maybe do more, I don't know, sharing my experiences with publishing. Not so much how-tos, more like how-Is do things, because writing is so different for everyone and everyone's brains work so differently. But I could share my process and what works for me, and then you can see that, and maybe that would inspire you to try your own thing. I don't know. Let me know how you feel about those types of things, what you're more excited to get from me, basically. Like I said, I mentioned Anatomy of Story deep dive, publishing how-Is, live streams, and money chats in general. So I don't know. I still obviously will continue with these wrap-ups, with discussions and occasional vlogs. I love vlogs. They're my favorite content to make, but like so time consuming. So time consuming. If I wasn't working on 45 projects, and by 45 projects I mean exactly 2, I would be making vlogs all the time. All right, and then the last thing we're gonna chat about is some books that I am so excited for that are coming out this year, that I thought I would share them with you, so that way maybe you can put them on your radar, and then like maybe we can read them around the same time, and then we can chat about them, and that would just be really fun. My friend Lizelle has a book coming out in just a couple weeks. I really think you guys should pre-order it. It's so good. It's so good, and I'm not saying that because I am her friend. It's literally just that good. It's so good. I was lucky enough that I got to read a very early version of this, and I cannot wait to read the newest version, because Lizelle said she has made so many changes, and like I vibe with the style. I love what this is about. Pre-order it. So let's just go ahead and dive right into these books coming out this year. So the first book, Nightbirds. This says it is a dazzling new fantasy world full of whispered secrets and political intrigue. The magic of women is outlawed, but 4 girls with an unusual power have the ability to change it for all. First of all, the cover intrigued me. It looks so beautiful. It gives like big flapper vibes. So I'm getting like golden era 1920s, you know, situation. I'm here for it. They have magic that courses through their veins, a unique ability to gift their magic to others with a kiss, but they are being controlled by a religious sect. They must make a choice to live in their gilded cage or break free and change it for all. I mean, that's all I need to know. The next one is Blood Debts. I'm so excited. This is actually on my queue to read next because I got an arc of this, but people are saying this is essentially like the CW version of like the witches from the Vampire Diaries. It's all in New Orleans. It follows, I think, 2 magical warring families and 2 people, and I don't know. But I'm so pumped. From the people that are already reading it, they say it's like really juicy, lots of drama, lots of angst, like high stakes, just a romp. The next book I'm super excited about is A Song of Wrath. This is the sequel to Bones of Ruin, and that was one of my favorite books of last year. It is about an African tightrope walker who cannot die, and she finds out that she is one of a lot of people that have these really peculiar powers. She gets into this competition run by this secret society that's very culty, and she basically has to survive, and she gets something if she wins, and you know, it's so fun. It's so fun. It's got the best squad goals, and I love like there's like a little triangle of love, and it's just so unique and so differently plotted than anything else that I'm reading right now. I just don't know where it's gonna go, and I love that. I love that it's so different. I can't even guess where we're going next. The next book is Happy Place by Emily Henry. I've loved all of her books, and this one I think will probably be no different. This is an adult romance book where 2 people that have recently broken up have to fake date and act that like they're still together, because this vacation house that they've gotten for like 10 years with their friends or whatever, it's going off the market or something, and they won't be able to go there anymore, and they don't want to ruin the trip for everyone, so they act like they're still dating, and like obviously like they're gonna fall back in love. And I'm ready. I love Emily Henry's writing style. She has the best prose, the best voice, the best humor, perfection. Next on my list is The Memory Thieves. This is the second book in the Marvelers series, which is a middle grade fantasy book about a little girl who goes to a school for people doing their different cultural magics. The whimsy is so fun. This is like the closest thing to like Hogwarts vibes that I have read since quite literally since reading the series. It's just so fun, and it's just another romp, and I really enjoyed the first one. I had such a good time with it. It was so escapist and just lovely, and I really can't wait for the second one. So that's supposed to come out this year. Speaking of middle grade romps, we have Silverborn, The Mysteries of Morgan Crow, I think is what it's called. And that's book number 4 in the Nevermore series, which follows a little girl trying to get into a magical society in this very whimsical land. It also has very whimsical magical school / secret society vibes, and it just makes me so happy. There is a giant talking cat named Frenestra who is the housekeeper, and she's just so cat-like. There is also a vampire who is obsessed with interior design, and a school teacher who is in fact a turtle. If I have to say more to you, you probably don't get it. And that's fine, it's not for you, but it's for everyone else. Everyone who loves happiness and joy. All right, and then the last book that I'm super pumped for, I'm not even sure if it's gonna come out this year because since it was announced, nothing else has really came about this. And I know this author likes to take a lot of time with her books. And that is Under the Same Stars by Libba Bray. So this is a YA historical fiction novel that follows 2 unnamed teens murdered under a mystical oak tree during the height of World War II. Branches of the mystery stretch to the Cold War Germany and to present-day New York City as love, resistance, and justice entangle to reveal a shocking truth. Publication is tentatively scheduled for winter 2023. I really love Libba Bray's writing style. I think it's so beautiful. The Gemma Doyle trilogy was like my everything when I was 16. So because of that, she's very nostalgic, and she's also very talented. So I pretty much read anything Libba Bray writes. And she loves to do historical fantasies. But this looks like it's just gonna be fiction. So, I mean, I'm down to give a shot. I love me a murder mystery, so sounds good. Alrighty, friends, so that is everything that I plan to film, to read, to write, and to do in 2023. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know some of the goals that you guys have or the books that you are most excited for. But anyways, I hope you guys have a great day. Don't forget that pre-order links are down below for the odds, and you can buy The Glass Witch wherever books are sold. And don't forget to like and subscribe. I would love to see more of your beautiful faces around here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!